أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. My dear brothers, my dear sisters, my dear children, Assalamu alaikum. Very early this morning, we heard the Khutbah Jummah of Hazrat Amirul Mumineen from London, UK. He spoke about the Jalsa in Qadian that is taking place these days. And I'm very pleased that some of our Sikh brothers are here, and by the grace of Allah, they have given us extraordinary support in Qadian. I have been there more than once, and I have seen how dedicated and how careful they were in taking care of the guests of the promised Messiah. Hazur mentioned, you must have heard. If you have not heard, please listen to this Friday sermon. That there was a time when the Jalsa Salana used to be held, it used to be held on a small carpet, not bigger than this carpet that you see on the stage. That was the situation in Qadian. And Hazrat Masih Maulana said, I shall give you a large party of Islam. And my religion, my teaching will reach the corners of the earth. I shall cause thy message to reach the corners of the earth. That solitary man in Qadian, in that dusty hamlet, nobody knew him, but he made a prophecy. The people jeered and the people laughed. The people scorned. But he said, God has informed me that I will cause thy message. A Jalsa in Qadian, look at the number now. Look at the sheer number in all countries of the world. The first Jalsa Salana, as you all know, only 75 people were present. And when the number reached 700, Hazrat Masih Maulana said that my mission is accomplished. But look at the seed that was planted by God. Look at how it has germinated in over 200 countries of the world. All praise to Allah. This is a divine community. Yuriduna layutfeu nur Allah bi afwahihim wallahum mutimmu nurihi walau karihal kafirun. Reference was made by the previous speaker. That they try to extinguish the light of Allah with their breath. But Allah will further solidify that message. Even if the disbelievers do not like it, Allah will Katab Allah al-aghlabanna ana wa rusuli. Allah Ta'ala decides it takes place. Look, my dear brothers, you are sitting over here, you are in Australia. I have come from Canada. Do you think that you have been brought over here just by chance? Do you think I was brought over there just by chance? Is it because I was very eloquent with the immigration officers who were taking my interview that I was given asylum in Canada or in Australia or in different parts of the world? It is the design of God. An explosion took place in that tiny hamlet of Qadian. And you and I and we scattered in different countries. Like an explosion, like the Big Bang. Some were tossed in America, some were tossed in Africa, some were tossed in Canada, United States, in Europe. You were tossed in Australia. Do you think it's just by chance? You were picked up from billions of Muslims. Look, Hazrat Masih Maud once saw a vision. He saw a vision that as if he was creating a new heaven. He was creating a new earth. And after he had created a new heaven and a new earth, he said, let me now create some new creation. कि मैंने कहा अब इंसान को पैदा करें. एक दफ़ा कश्फी रंग में मैंने देखा कि मैंने नई ज़मीन और नया आसमान पैदा किया, और फिर मैंने कहा आओ अब इंसान को पैदा करें. इस पर नादान मौलवियों ने शोर मचाया कि देखो अब इस शख्स ने खुदाई का दावा किया हुआ है. हालांकि इस कश से ये मतलब था कि खुदा मेरे हाथ पर एक ऐसी तब्दीली पैदा करेगा कि गए आसमान और ज़मीन नए हो जाएंगे और हकीकी इंसान पैदा होंगे. You and I have been created, we are a different species. We are aliens. We have got a task ahead. It's not by chance that you were jettisoned in Australia. You were sent here for a purpose. And if you indulge yourself in finding everybody wants to have a good livelihood, but our new generation, they have a task ahead. Look, our tabligh efforts are there to increase our number, numerical number. That's very good. The number increases. But the tarbiyat is there to increase, to better the quality of the people. अगर सारी दुनिया इस अहमदियत पर ईमान ले आए और उनमें ईमान तरबियत ही ना उनकी हो, ज़ीरो फ़ायदा उसका. क्या फ़ायदा उसका? So we're not only concerned with the number. The tarbiyat is far more important than the numbers. So it's imperative that we try to guard ourselves. We try to become, our student in the school should look different. Our student in the college and the university, our girls over there should look different. We are conquerors. Defeat is not in our enzyme. हज़रत मसीह ने फरमाया ना कि नाकामी का मेरे अंदर खमीर नहीं है. We do not. So my dear brothers and my dear sisters and my dear children, if you are lost in the crowd and you think that you have become independent and you have become free and you can do whatever you want to do, you are stabbing the Jamaat-e-Ahmadiyya in the back. While we are at odds with the entire world, not only with the 72 sects who have combined together, but we are at odds with the entire world. We are fighting a battle. We are engaged in a hand-to-hand combat. Not with swords, not with spears, not with bombs, not with hatred, not with vulgarity. Our weapon is the weapon of love, the weapon of affection, the weapon of rationality, the weapon of knowledge, the weapon of truth, the weapon of our communion with Allah Ta'ala. So my dear brothers, our war cry is that you should be gifted with these weapons. Allah Ta'ala has also given the title to Hazrat Masih Maud. Ibrahim was given the title of Abraham. People were waiting for the Ibrahim to come. Those of you who are aware with the Allama Iqbal poetry, Allama Iqbal in one of his famous poems has said, ये दौर अपने बराहीम की तलाश में है. ये दौर तलाश कर रहा है कि वो इब्राहिम कहाँ गया, उसने आना था. सनम कदा है जहां ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह. ये तो दौर इब्राहिम की तलाश में था, मगर जब इब्राहिम आया, झांकते थे नूर को एक रूज ने दीवार से, लेकिन जब दर खुल गए तो हो गए शपरशार. आंखें बंद कर ली उस वक्त जब वो नूर आया. झांकते थे छोटे छोटे सुराखों से उस नूर को, मगर वो जब नूर आ गया आंखों में पट्टियां बांध ली. We are the progeny of Hazrat sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We are also the progeny of Hazrat Ibrahim. We are also the progeny of the Ibrahim of this age. Hazrat Masih Maud. मैं कभी आदम, कभी मूसा, कभी याकूब हूं, नीज इब्राहिम हूं, नस्लें हैं मेरी बेशुमार. एक शजर हूं जिसको दाऊदी सिफत के फल लगे. मैं हुआ दाऊद और जालूत है मेरा शिकार. We are the descendants of that Abraham who was given the title of Ibrahim. In many of the revelation, Hazrat Masih Maud was called Ya Ibrahim. The Jamaat is looking at the Hajiras. Where are the prototypes of Abraham? The Abrahams are hidden in you, hidden in me. Where are the Hajiras who agreed that her son should be sacrificed at the altar? Ladies are sitting on the other side and they know the love they have for their children, the only begotten son. And look at the grandeur of Hazrat Ismail. He said, "Oh my father, if you have been commanded, do as you have been commanded. You will find that I am patient." We are looking for the Ismails. You make friendship with these little boys, make with girls, and girls make with boys, and you think because you are independent, you are free, you are engulfed in the slavery of your passion, your desires, your animal desires. We are looking for those who stand against this vulgarity. That is the type of Ahmadis we are looking for. Where are the Ismails hidden in you? Where are the Hajiras hidden in you? Where are the jinnis hidden in you? How long we have to talk about Dr. Abdul Salam? How long we have to talk about Maulana Abul Ata Jalandhari? Qazi Nazir Ahmed of Lailpuri, Jalaluddin Shambas. Those people are hidden in you. Rub that bottle and the genie will come out. You have got those potentials. Hazrat Masih Maud has said in many places. He said, one revelation was revealed to me so many times, that I have even forgotten the count. that members of my community, that I have been informed and again and again and again and again, that members of my community will always remain supreme. And that is why Hazrat Masih Maud has also said that by the dint of their arguments, by the dint of their science, they will confound all. Sabka muh band kar denge. My dear children, there are Abdul Salams hidden in you. The promise of Allah Ta'ala is there. Why do you run over here, there, and Hazur has to give lectures upon lectures? Why are the marriages broken up? Look, we have paid a price. Once Sir Zafrullah Khan was asked by someone, he said, Choi Sahib, if I become an Ahmadi, what will I get? Chaudhry Sir Muhammad Zafrullah Khan, well known to me, he immediately replied, you will become like Zafrullah. Can I tell somebody that if you become an Ahmadi, you will become like me? Can you all say that? Can our girls say this? Can the wife say that? If there is turmoil in the house, and our Imam Sahib was speaking about the turmoils in the family, how can you invite somebody to become? If there is no peace in the home, if the children have gone astray, God forbid they are doing a lot of wrongs and a lot of ills, how can you invite somebody? So, my dear brothers, as I said earlier, we are a different breed. We are a different type of humanity. We are not from this world. Sooner or later, you all will die. I was planning to come over here and see the work of late Maulana Mahmud Bengali Sahib. I wanted to come in his time, he's gone in the graveyard over there. 22 years of toils in this place, and I have seen the shed where he had his residence. We are all on a moving belt. As in English they say, time and tide waits for no man. The clock is ticking. I'm older by 2 days since I came over here. 2 or 3 days since I came over here. Closer to my grave. What have I done? What have I accomplished? What do I have to answer to my Creator? I have to prepare this short speech, and I was thinking about it maybe for a week. The flight was more than 17, 18 hours, and I was trying to figure out what I would say, how I would, just a speech, 15, 20-minute speech. We have to give a reckoning. If you have lived for 60 years, 70 years, 80 years, you have to give an account. And Hazrat Masih Maud has seen so many visions that Hazrat Masih Maud in one place said, "Is qadar mujh par hui teri anayato karam, jinka mushkil hai ke ta roze qiyamat ho shumar." We are the disciples of Hazrat Masih Maud. And Hazrat Masih Maud has said that if my good deeds had even surpassed the entire mountains of this world, then even I would never have attained this rank if I was not a disciple of Hazrat Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. वो है, मैं चीज़ क्या हूँ, बस फैसला यही है.
नारे तकबीर, नारे तकबीर, इस्लाम-ए-अहमदियत, गुलाम-ए-मन की
the ship of Islam is in turmoil, is in storms. कसरत आदाए मिल्लत किल्लत अंसार दीन. The opponents are many, but the helpers are very few. This is the problem. Become the helpers of Allah. कसरत आदाए मिल्लत किल्लत अंसार दीन. कश्ती इस्लाम बेलुत्फ़े खुदा अब गर्क है. ए जनू कुछ काम कर, बेकार हैं अकलों के बार. The ship of Islam is in turmoil, is in the midst of a storm, is about to sink. Oh my craziness, come to my aid. Because I do not know what to do. It's only the crazy people who will be able to save this ship. If the ship has a hole, a crazy man will put his head inside that hole and stop the ship from sinking. A man who will argue, will say, let's do this, let's do that. A crazy man will put his head in that hole. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here for a purpose. We will not leave this world. Either we go as martyrs. Look at how Islam is being bombarded. Is there a day when you don't hear something happening against Muslims? Is that Islam? Murdering people in the name of Islam, in the name of God, in the name of the merciful God? Is God vindictive? People say Islam was spread with the help of the sword. Which sword is hanging on my head? It is the sword of his compassion. It is the sword of his benevolence. It is the sword of his truthfulness. It is the sword of his peace. You go and kill people and butcher people and go to France and kill so many people, or burn churches and you say Allahu Akbar. That Allahu Akbar is different from the Allahu Akbar nara that we make over here. Look at the teachings. Look at the teachings of Islam. Do not abuse the false prophets of other religions. Somebody is worshipping the sun. Let him go ahead. Do not abuse the gods of other people. This is the teaching of Islam. Otherwise, out of ignorance, they might abuse you. Once Nazir told one person, "Why do you abuse your father?" He said, "Sir, am I abusing my father? How can I do that?" He said, "You abused his father, and as a result, he will abuse your father. In reality, you have abused his father." We are all people who respect all other religions. At the source, they were all true. Islam at its source was true. And when it went astray, according to the prophecy of the Holy Prophet, God sent a reformer to come and it was derailed and came and put it back on rail again. Look at the love that Hazrat Masih Maud had for the Sikh religion. Hazrat Chola के किस तरह वो Hazrat Masih Maud ने कितने लंबे नज़र लिखी है. यही पाक चोला है सिखों का ताज, यही काबली मल के घर में है आज. यही है जो नूरों से मामूर है, जो दूर उससे खुदा दूर है. ये है तालीम. This is the message of respect. So my dear brothers, my dear children, my dear elders, look, most of you are fathers. If you do not show a good example to your children, you are murdering them, you are killing, it's slaughter, spiritual slaughter. If you talk a lot, but you do not walk that talk. So our parents have got a responsibility. If you are not a good exemplar, well, all these speeches and all these things, and Nara Takbir, Allahu Akbar, will do no good. Unless you become exemplars. And that is what Hazrat Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has said many times. Hazrat Amirul Mu'minin has emphasized on and on and on again. You become good exemplars. If you do not become a good exemplar, and the best exemplar was the Holy Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. If you do not follow him, and then you expect that the Jamaat should do this and the Jamaat should do that, you have yourself destroyed that person. And it is the duty of the ladies, our girls sitting over there, who have got these children in their lap. They are a trust of God in your hands. If you do not teach them good manners, a child learns from the womb. Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Awwal, has once said that I wanted to test. So when my wife was pregnant, I asked her to write a lot. And when the child was born, I presented the child with a rupee, and I also presented a pen. The child grabbed the pen. It starts from the womb. And then the child is intimate with the mother. Looks at the mother. Of course looks at the father. But that is why the Holy Prophet said the mother, the paradise lies under the foot of the mother. Not only by serving the mother that you attain paradise, but it also means that the mother has got the ability that she can send you to hell or she can send you to paradise. The time is passing. And you and I are never nearing our graves. If not today, tomorrow, we will be carried to the graveyard. Our tombstones will decorate the graveyards. Are you prepared? I'm not prepared. I'm struggling. I'm trying. This is the temporary world. We just came over here for a short while to take a small lap, and out we go. The travel is there. That lies ahead. What efforts have you made to train these children who are our tomorrow, who are the most precious asset of the Jamaat Ahmadiyya? It's not your homes. It's not the car you drive. It's not the small bank balance that you... It is the children you have. What are you leaving behind? These children are our tomorrow. Don't play with their destiny. They are the children of Hazrat Masih Maud. They are the children of Hazrat Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Take care of these children. They are the most precious asset of the Jamaat Ahmadiyya. May Allah Ta'ala bless you all, and may Allah Ta'ala reward you all. And I would again like to thank our Sikh brothers who are sitting over here, and would again like to thank them. Once I saw a dream that I was in Qadian and I was at the Bhishti Maqbara, and I saw that the Sikhs were around, and I was worried, and that I thought that was because the Sikh community is guarding our graves as well. So from the very core of our heart, we would like to thank you, and we would like to thank you all. Now you all are all over here. Tomorrow the Jalsa ends. Is it a successful Jalsa? Is it because of the Nara-e-Takbir? Have you gained anything? Have you become a better human being? Look, you are coming to the mosque and you bow 1,000,000 times. If it does not change you, then what's the use of that? You go to a synagogue, or you go to a mandir, or you go to a gurdwara. Tell me how it has changed you. Have you become a better human being? Have you become a more law-abiding citizen? Have you become a better father? Have you become a better mother? Have you become a better son? Have you become a better businessman? This is what Islam teaches. This is what religion teaches. May Allah Ta'ala richly bless you, and may Allah Ta'ala reward you all. And Assalamu alaikum.
नारे तकबीर, नारे तकबीर, इस्लामी अहमदियत, गुलाम अहमद की, शहीदान राय मौला, असीरान राय मौला, नारे